say that we would have like 8 Kevlar total on the map, but it looks like Copenhagen Wolves are going to favor some nades a little bit more on MSL and SMF at least.
I look at this triple boost over, no time wasted. Sender though opens up Celine with a good return there, taking down Schneider. Sender gonna get sent to his grave, and prOp over by the truck, trying to land a quick headshot on MSL. The smoke is up, and he doesn't really know what he's shooting at anymore. Twist will take down one. Celine gonna fall. Look at this property bouncing back in the space of a couple of seconds. Gonna leave MSL alone. He has the bomb, and he actually, I think he needs to try and put this down before too much time passes.
Or land like an instant headshot on Twist, I guess. I mean, that was fairly scary there for Twist. I think he dropped fairly low. But yeah, MSL, the problem is he's pinned. And with prOp lying in wait so close right there at the entrance to CT, even if he did try and go for the plant, it just wasn't going to happen. MSL was not going to have the time, or not going to be allowed to have the time to get a bomb plant there. So that was very well played by Property, especially after what looked like a really strong start for Copenhagen Wolves. I mean, ESEA and SMF both landing really important kills, clearing up mid. SMF was like a jumping headshot with the Glock too. Yeah. So, I mean, like, they looked pretty fired up there, Copenhagen Wolves. It looked like it was about to go their way and that they were just going to rip this this first round out of Property's hands. But then Property, they kept their cool and they came back into it. Just... Oh. Okay,
really,
we're good, we're good.
Really hard round to deal with, in fact. 3 fuel boosted over in the middle like that. But, and the thing is, I wanted MSL to put the bomb down so they could buy in the third round. But the fact is, when he does put the bomb down, they get to go for Tech 9s instead, which is still pretty damn powerful. So... yeah, it's a bit of a trade-up, but we'll have to see if Property can deal with it. They do have 2 P90s here, and a couple of FAMASas. The 1 P90 over at the A-bomb site, where it seems like some action is about to go down. Sender, also in Speedway, just ready to join in. Actually, Schneider's not that far away either. They have the potential Property to be at A really quickly if they want to be.
Yeah, this is a really solid kind of catch-all setup, right? Focus on mid, quick rotation towards B, and also the guy on short and in CT for that A site. It is kind of like a retake scenario if they decide to go for A, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem here for Property. I'm really surprised at the positioning, however, with 2 Pro 90s and prOp holding all the way back in CT spawn. Like, usually you would want to get kind of close if you were using an SMG like this. For him to be holding at range, it's just a little bit awkward, but when you've got Tech 9s running at you, actually getting it pretty far away isn't too bad an idea.
Well, I think they're waiting for Freeze, who was pretty temporarily lagged out. Either that or he was, I don't know, getting some minced meat or something, but they're going to throw the smokes on in, and they're going to land pretty well here. Yeah, they're going to make their entrance now. You could see Sender already putting some shots through, flashbangs coming out just to try and hold them back a little bit. But Selena's in there trying to see if he can get the bomb down, and they're just going to try and pick it up. I think actually MSL had it up on the container. There was a bit of miscommunication there. Schneider doing the damage. It's going to be Sender stealing the kill at the very end, and Schneider, 22 bullets, will find Hunden at the end. So bomb has been planted. Really hard for Wolves to hold this down, though. SMF in the background gonna fall, and they only get the 1 kill in the bomb plant. So not the worst round, but I think that could have been a lot better for Copenhagen Wolves.
Certainly. And that was MSL up on top of the red container with the bomb. I'm just like, I'm sitting there holding my breath once I realize what's happening. I'm like, you have the bomb up there. Do you realize how risky that is? Because if you die standing still, luckily he was running and that bomb went off the side of the container. But if you die and that bomb drops up on the container, that's it. That's pretty much round, because Property are never going to let you jump back up there to get it. So that was a very awkward moment there for Copenhagen Wolves. They eventually did manage to save it somewhat and get that bomb plant, but that cost valuable time. It forces teammates who maybe shouldn't be in that position to go out of their way to try and pick up that bomb and get back in. I mean, it just throws things into kind of a lurch for Copenhagen Wolves. So not as smooth as I would like to see out of the Danes, really. I want to see them tighten up their game a little bit if they want to have a shot versus Property.
Well, I think prOp is about to have a bit of a field day here. 50 bullets, they're all coming in. He's got his back turned. Oh my god, there's so many of them. He doesn't get a single kill, but he softens it up. So the double kill there from Schneider with the grenade. And that is going to leave both Sender and Schneider in a good position here. Sender going to steal the last kill. So prOp kind of just helped his other 2 teammates get a really good half in, or get a good round in there. So 3rd round in, and Copenhagen Wolves now finally able to buy, including on Forest Bambi, which is actually Freeze here. The AWP, although no armor on him.
Yeah, just barely can squeak one through. And it's actually going to be Twist picking up the AWP for Property and not Schneider. So we have seen Schneider toy around with that sniper rifle. He has used it in the past, but Twist is going to be getting priority here. This HE nade, though. Kaboom. Oh, man, that sucks for Freeze. No Kevlar, down to 35 HP after a single nade. That hurts.
Oh, and MSL jumps off the box in the middle and gets flashed, killed by Schneider. Hunden finally with a return, but this is very late in the day. Sender taking one more, so they still have the men advantage. The AWP is gone, and Property still have great control over pretty much every key point of the map right now. SMF, he's in checker though, and they're making enough noise that you can see Burgers coming in to try and help out. Twist, gonna get that opening. The bomb is down as well. All on Asilian here.
And he's already got Poff in his back as well. He does spot out Berg. Great spray. Looks to catch Poff off guard, and that was a great read by Asilian, but he wasn't able to do the damage. He can only spot Poff's boots. Unfortunately, Asilian had taken damage prior to that engagement, and Poff was able to clean him up. But that was about as good as it could get there for Asilian, realistically. I mean, he took out Berg at least, but once he's in the Triangle of Doom, him actually succeeding was pretty slim.
Well, decent, I would say. Very good start, in fact, for the Swedish team over their Danish neighbors. Definitely looking good for them at the moment. And Copenhagen will somewhat back to the Tech 9 again, trying to see if they can make that work. Asilian, though, gonna fall down. MSL likewise. And while Tech 9 is really good, pushing him one at a time isn't always. Oh, I think that was Freeze trying to crab walk into B.
No, he just kind of got caught out. There was a bomb carrier and a Freeze. They got cleaned up. He should have actually had that kill there, I think. That was Zenda holding.
Yeah.
He should have definitely had that kill on him. That was a little sloppy there from Freeze. But what are you going to do? I mean, at the end of the day, it is an eco round. They can't expect the world. And Copenhagen Games, Wolves, they're going to be definitely focused on this round right here, because this is their second buy round in this half, after the Tech 9 buys, of course. So this is when they really have to make it count, because if Property can get up to 6 rounds, it's going to be way too difficult.
A great opening from Freeze in the middle. Just quickly into the middle. Going to scope up and take down Sender. Schneider, though, pushing through. He's going to get the kill, and Twist will pick up for Freeze as well. So now things are looking even more tricky. Berg, good angle here. He almost drops the Silly, and that was very close. But in fact now, Copenhagen Wolves have the men advantage, and they're going to go and pick up the bomb in the middle. They keep pushing A, which is not necessarily the best idea. MSL has to win this fight. And he's going to take down the 1 kill, so now it's all on Schneider, 1v2, and he hears the bomb running.
Yeah, I think he just heard him. He's going to be slightly out of position here, however. These are going to be likely spots that Asilian has that AWP, so he's looking towards CT right now, but he's going to be in position to look towards short. The only thing is that Asilian has the bomb, so he has to make it across here eventually. The question is whether Schneider's going to be able to deal with this, because the smoke goes down to block off his angle, and Asilian gets out onto that site for free. Tries to deny the plant with the Molotov, but it's just not going to be good enough. And now Schneider, this has become a really awkward position for him, because MSL's got a great position at back quad boxes. He's just going to be able to hold this line and make sure that Asilian can't get flanked.
Yeah, Schneider trying to check and make sure he's not going to get backstabbed, trying to clear the site, but this is also wasting a lot of time. He could have actually maybe tried to pick up the AWP and run away, but instead now things are just getting out of control at this point here. 6 health left, and obviously he's not going to be able to do this any longer. He gets the 1 kill here, but there's simply no more time left, and yeah, even if he fully hold it down, he'd end up blowing up. So now, best he could do is take Asilian with him in the bomb, and he will. A little bit of a victory jump at the end there. So first round on the board for Copenhagen Wolves, which is somewhat good. That round wasn't really like Schneider's fault. He was just in a pretty tough position at the end, and Copenhagen Wolves, they didn't give him any easy ways out by peeking too early or anything like that.
I'm actually, impressed with Schneider's play there, though, because he does manage to take Asilian with him. If Asilian was allowed to survive, if Schneider had died at that point and realized, okay, I can't do it, I'm just going to die, or, try and take one of them with me, take a risky play. Instead, Schneider actually slow-played and kept Asilian close enough to go up with that bomb. And we know that Copenhagen Wolves, they put everything they had in that last round, so the money is really looking kind of rough here for Copenhagen Wolves. If they lose this follow-up round, they're going to be in a world of hurt.
Oh, but Twist does go down. You're absolutely right. The economy for the Danish team is looking a little bit sketchy, so it's good that they at least get the opening frag. Schneider comes barreling in through the vents. Made a lot of noise in the Asilian. I think it caught off guard. And it's also in a pretty interesting position over here at the B bomb site, just on the box, ready and waiting.
Yeah, look at the MSL as well. This is very tricky stuff. Zenda. Mad spray from him. And MSL lives with 3 HP. That's unreal. Oh, Zenda even managing to get out of there in time.
Oh, MSL up on the cinder blocks to try and get away. Sender going to go up the kill on SMF, and he's got 1 bullet left. He's going to have to reload at some point. This is not a viable option, and Hunden will take down 2. I'm not sure if 1 bullet is quite enough to get a kill there. Berg all on 1v3, lands a good shot there on Freeze, and because MSL's so low, if he can kill Hunden here, this could get really interesting.
Yeah, this is coming down to Hunden here. Hunden... Oh, did Berg not spot the shadow there on the ground? Thought for a second he might have. He knows where Hunden is, though. He sees the shadow, pre-fire, walks in, gets the headshot, but now he's really running out of time. Bomb is planted for A main, though, so Berg should be wondering. And now he knows exactly where MSL is, but MSL, he's going to play this very well. Just Berg going for the spray, but it's not going to be good enough here. MSL has played this perfectly with 3 HP. He will keep that round going. Does not, once again, does not survive the round. But the important bit is now they've got 2. They've got 2 on the board.
That was a really good 1v3 from Berg. He made it a lot closer than I thought he would have been able to, so, props to him. But you're right, they did lose everyone again on the Danish side, and the result is pretty evident. They're back to Galil's now, at 1 Tech 9. There's a scout on Berg, but everyone else on property is ecoing, so we'll have to see how that's going to work out here. The Danes they're fighting back quite a bit, actually. I think property were hoping to get off to a bit of a better start right now, because at 3-5, things are going to be interesting, although there is a counter boost in the middle, which we always enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Twist getting hopped. Lands it. There we go. Okay, Twist, you catch anybody off guard? Because look at where Freeze is right now. He's way back there. Twist playing this so patiently, just waiting to see if he can't get a tell out of this before he decides to go for that peek. And wow! Oh, ESEA. You get caught out, man. Berg even had time to just line that up, and he was like, wait a second, is that something? Yes, it is somebody's head.
Oh, look at the timing here, though. MSL comes back through. Did he see anyone? No, he didn't. So there it is. Twist counter boosted up. Going to take the kill there. But MSL comes back through main. And now it's all on Porphyr. Very unfortunate for Twist. He was sort of sandwiched in and didn't know it. SMF is down to 10 health. It's a 1v3 for Porf, and there's not a lot he can do at this point. He will go down to Hunden. I mean, they do some damage, but they could have done a lot more in that situation property. But still a really good effort, I think.
Yeah, that's still money that Copenhagen Wolves can ill afford to spend in this round. You know, they're gonna have to start dropping guns. I mean, look at Freeze right now. He will have that AK, and that's good. They're not deciding to skimp because he still had that Tech 9. He actually bought this Tech 9, but like they are still very low on money right now. The Danes, just like property are. So this is gonna be one of the make or break rounds right here. This could be the difference between property regaining control, managing to establish themselves again here, or Copenhagen Wolves just taking control of this first half. Because Copenhagen Wolves, realistically, they only really need 5 rounds. If they get 6 rounds, they're going to be very happy. If they can win this round, it's going to look like they can actually get up to 5 or 6.
ESEA making a bit of noise, playing over at the B side of the map, just looking to keep a couple of people occupied, which he is successfully doing. I mean, if he can keep Berg and Twist here alone, he's going to give his team such a lot of room to work with over at A. Porf all the way in the back, and Sender's trying to come in as well. Porf gonna go down now. It's on Sender, and he gets double teamed. Can't pick up the kill. And 1 grenade. Look at the damage it could do. Just a single grenade. Please, Schneider. I'm begging you. Just the one.
Just the one. He's coming up from short, too. If he puts it behind quad boxes, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Well,
but Hunden has been smoked off. There's 1 HE. That goes in from Berg, and there it is. Schneider takes out SMF. Back into a man advantage now for property going onto this site, and this time around, it's looking pretty good for him.
Oh, wow. That's a huge retake from property, even though they were low, and you could tell that the grenade actually landed in the far sort of left corner from the middle, and still it killed SMF all the way over here. So that's really just, they were so low on health, and that can be a factor at the end. Still, I mean, it's not always even easy to retake, even if your opponents are low on health. So 6-3, and I mean, very important round for property here. They needed to make sure that they could get another lead in and stop Copenhagen Wolves from building any kind of economy. Because, I mean, the Danish team is... They're in a pretty decent situation right now. If they can keep winning rounds like they have, they're going to have a great first half.
Well, this is going to be kind of that last-ditch effort here if they can. Look at Berg, though. Forward position from him. Catches ESEA with the nade in his hand. Not a chance there for ESEA to get anything done. The bomb is waiting over in Squeak, however, so action B to start, but now it's going to be towards the A side, and MSL gets the headshot. Schneider gets picked off. Another one for MSL. He gets a 3rd kill. How often do we get to see 3 kills in a round from a single deagle?
Not that often, but they were all lined up, and he just got a chance to fight them one at a time. Now it's a 2v2. Bomb's gonna go down, and MSL is in a pretty decent position here. Even has another smoke, and they have one on Hunden as well. So it's gonna be a really tough retake once again for Property. But they've done well so far. MSL up on the box, trying to see if he can spot anyone up on the railing. But instead, he's gonna go looking over the smoke. Twist is gonna be down. Hunden to take down Berg, and that's a 4th round for Copenhagen. What was MSL landing a quad kill? Great round for him. And now Property. They don't have the money here. This is actually a pretty bad position for them.
Yeah, this is a real problem, actually. Just look at the... Yeah, exactly. They don't have the money, but they... Like, a couple of them do, and this is the problem. With buying up, losing... Some guys will have held on... 3 of them, you know, held on to rifles, so they've got decent money. They only need 1 round of eco, but 2 of them had to spend everything. So they're potentially in a double eco scenario. It's a very awkward position now for Property. So there's going to be 1 round of eco here. They should be able to get some kind of buy together going into the 12th round. But Copenhagen Wolves now, they get their second lease on life, pretty much. Now things are starting to look up for them. Although, as I say, that Senda just sprays down MSL mercilessly with that P250.
That one dink bringing him down to about 12 health. They will find Sender, though, so the AK is lost for the moment, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's going to leave them in a pretty good spot here, Copenhagen Wolves, if they can just kill Paul from the corner. He gets the 1 kill in. That's not so easy with a USPS like that, even at close range. So not too bad, but the bomb... I mean, they don't have to go for this, Copenhagen. Well, they can just fall back to B if they wanted to, but they're going to stick around and fight. And Twist is pretty much doomed. So there it is. Ace from Asilian. It got dragged out over a while, and it was against an eco round, but still not bad for him to step up and get 5 kills in that round. That means now Property need to close out the game. They just got to make this 10-5. Stop the Wolves from getting anything else going on.
Essentially. And this is the kind of cobble buy that I was talking about. You know, do what you can with what you got. Try and drop as much as you can. Twist has got that AWP, but little else to go with it. He did manage to squeak out Kevlar, though, so that's all right. But he has no nades. And Poff sitting fairly low. SMF instantly gets legged by Twist, though, and that's not the start he was looking for. Schneider waiting behind the sandbags. Nade onto MSL. He gets the job done with a bullet, but there's still SMF here. And Schneider gets picked off. Really nicely done there by SMF.
How did SMF not die to the grenade? I have no idea. Porf, though, is going to take down Asilian, and that makes it a little bit easier for Property. It's a 3v3, although SMF is almost not being counted in this. Porf, well, it's going to be Twist with the AWP. That's an overkill there, but it's going to do the job. Hunden, 1v3. And not in an easy position at all. Does get the great headshot there, but he's going to get flanked. Berg coming out and will finish the round. So still... a very expensive round for Property. They need to start winning with more members alive, because the last thing they could afford to do is eco at this point in time.
I mean, that's definitely true. The one saving grace, I guess, for them is that that Twist lives with the AWP, right? So at least he can hold on to that and have that going for himself. But yeah, the rest of them, I think Pop is going to have an M4. Twist should have dropped that for him. So they are actually going to have M4s. They didn't have to go so low as to go for FAMASas. So not the end of the world here. But now, I mean, Copenhagen Wolves, they've got 2 guys with pistols. One of them a Tech 9. Twist. Wait, does Schneider not have Kevlar? What? Why does Schneider not have Kevlar? What is going on? Was that a misbuy then? A miscalculation on their part?
It feels like it could be, because that's definitely a big risk.
That is super risky when you're talking about this kind of scenario here. I mean, Tech 9 will wreck him. I mean, anything on Copenhagen Wolves will wreck him if he gets caught out. And he's got an M4.
He's moving back now towards the truck, so that's a somewhat safe position. Molotov there going to force Porf just a little bit out of position. But he's got Sender with him. Grenade down. Porf is on 14 health. This is a lot of damage from Copenhagen Wolves. And look at the opening. SMF. He lands the double shot there with Deagle to take down Sender as well. And now it's on Berg. 1v4.
What is going on? They walked into that as well. Asilian just annihilates Berg, who was trying to rotate through CT. But that was so sick by SMF. Like, what is it with Danes and Deagles? I don't get it. They just line up for him. MSL had his glorious moment, but that SMF's right there nearly tops that.
Oh, man, it's a historical thing. Goes back a long way through Source as well, I think.
I was actually, I was expecting you to say like there were cave paintings, you know, that Mark discovered, and like there's a Deagle in one of them.
Yeah, out in the swamps, they found like, you know, really well preserved Deagle dating back to the Viking times. No, probably not. Twist about to get overrun here. He's going to pick up the 1 kill, but that's all he can get. Berg goes down as well. It's just too much to handle. Those USPS pistols, they're not that good at that kind of job there. prOp looking for freeze and almost catches him, but the Tech 9 is going to land freeze to last in his triple kill there. So now we're back to 7-7. This is pretty impressive. I mean, Property literally just beat Virtus Pro tonight, and they did it on Dust 2, which is admittedly one of Virtus Pro's worst maps, but it's still pretty good. So if they end up losing to Copenhagen Wolves here, I'd say that's a bit of an upset. I think Property are a pretty damn good team right now.
Or they should be. They should be. And I think, well, it should be closer than what we're seeing right now, because Copenhagen Wolves getting 7 rounds on their T side of cash. Their CT side isn't bad on this map. It's going to get real rough here for Property. Like, this is definitely scary times for them. And they are taking risks. Poff just jumps into A main and gets obliterated. MSL lands it right there with the headshot. And it looks like they just want to push behind this, but there's 3 guys here for Property. The triangle of doom, Anders, it's here.
Yeah, but it's kind of been broken apart. This is down to Sender and Schneider. The bomb making its way back to B. And so is Property. They're realizing, wait a minute, something has gone wrong. We need to get back on point here. Sender going to come through the vents. I'm assuming he's going to try and join up with Schneider at some point. The bomb being planted. Oh no, and they're not going to make it through. The timing off by a second. Asilian, though, is going to catch Schneider. So the game is going to continue. It's the last round of the half here. And Asilian now picking up the bomb. Sender, I mean, he has the advantage right now of the fact that Asilian has no idea where he is. And oh, look at this. Oh no. It's a car accident waiting to happen there. Gonna get shut down. But good job on Property winning that last round, because they desperately needed it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like that was a big win there, and that was also actually a really great mind game there by Zenda. Just like, oh, you want to get cheeky with me? You know, 50 seconds left. You think you're gonna go to A site? Yeah, I don't think so. That was really nicely done, and well timed there by Schneider as well to deny the plant and force that 1v1. So it just shows how close it is with these teams. I'm actually surprised that Copenhagen Wolves didn't get fully blended there. It was only just about halfway done, right? Still some chunkiness, because they could have ran right out onto that A site and walked right into 3 guys holding solid there, nearly 4. That could have ended really badly. They still were able to put a bit of a fight rather than just getting, wiped out. So now going into the second half, though, I think Copenhagen Wolves, man, 7 rounds. I think that's plenty of room to work with.
How do you save yourself, Semler, if you get your hand stuck in the blender? Like, how do you? Is there like a rewind function that, like? I mean, I'm not sure.
You wish, right?
I mean, at that point, I don't know.
Like horrible things. I think what actually freaked me out more is I used to work in an office where I had a tie, right? And I would just be mortally afraid of the shredder. The paper shredder, because one day, since I always throw your tie over your shoulder, because just that one day, that tie, it's gonna get caught in that shredder, and then you're gonna end up just getting throttled to death, I guess. Yeah, nightmares, man. Nightmare stuff.
I think that has been explored in multiple movies. I'm sure someone can come up with an example. But yes,
we're talking about Final Destination now.
Yeah. Though, have you seen the industrial size shredder? I think that's what Property had set up, like the ones that could eat whole couches and cars and stuff. I think that's the one that Property had in mind over at the A-bomb side. Now, second half is coming up here. It's ESEA TV, Property, and Copenhagen Wolves. And right now, Copenhagen Wolves are in a great position. Even losing the pistol round now, they're gonna be in a strong start here to the second half. But obviously, if they win it, maybe they could just derail Property early on. Grenade there, doing damage to Berg, and now they're gonna spark up behind that, trying to get in here really quickly. Quick trade going on, 1-for-1. MSL trying to fall back and just wait for backup, but he's getting flanked as well. And SMF is gonna be successful with that. Hunden coming up. A little bit more trading going into it here. prOp should be going down. Why is he still alive? And he's going to make it around the corner. That's amazing.
Oh, and Asilian just plays that angle perfectly. But this is really scary now. Still, Copenhagen Wolves, they still have gear. They have 2 flashes more that they can use here to try and create an opportunity for them to get onto the site and clear out these terrorists. But Zenda, holding behind quad boxes, picks up Asilian. And Hunden, though, takes out Twist. So we're into that 1v1, but there isn't a lot of time left. Hunden has a kit. He has to get the insta-kill here on Zenda. But Zenda's still alive at the end of the round. He's going to go up with the bomb. But the job is done. They did what they came to do. There you have it, man. Property. They actually overwhelmed Copenhagen Wolves. What do you think about the whole going full nade strat? Because that's one thing that Copenhagen Wolves did. They invested fully in nades. There was not a single Kevlar on them.
I don't mind it, but it does mean you're going to be more vulnerable, obviously, to the straight man fight. which they did end up taking a couple off, especially towards Speedway. There was a lot of stuff going on there. So I think it's alright, especially from like Cash. I think you could definitely make that work. Well, the beginning of this round not looking too great for the for the Copenhagen Wolves team. And they actually had scouts and CSEDs and everything. They just kind of got ripped apart here.
Yeah, they kind of got wrecked. Oh, Cillian, he's got that scout. Let's see, can you get another? Hunden is waiting close as well. Dude, he's doing some damage right now, Cillian. Berg is low, Senda is as well. They have to play kind of carefully here. Seems like they may decide to well, actually, I say that, and then Zenda. Cillian looking at the wrong spot, expecting somebody to come out of vents, and that's a free kill there for Zenda, who only had 10 HP. That would have been a freebie if Cillian just looked to the right.
It could have been. It could have been Hunden trying to stay alive and save that body armor, which is not a bad idea. That's definitely worth it. It looks like he's going to be successful in that. So 10-7 and Property looking to extend their lead one more time here. If they can just make it through whatever pistols Copenhagen Wolves are going to have here in the third round, second half. And they should be able to do that. So, I mean, at 11-7, I actually still think Copenhagen Wolves are in a really good position. But it is always down to those key rounds that you could end up losing. And obviously the next one is going to be the most critical one.
This is where it becomes very interesting. SMF, however, well, they're already under fire, but that's to be expected. Actually getting spotted out. Schneider getting a lot of information here for his team. So he spots out where the position, unfortunately for him, well, I suppose he spots out 3 on A, so his teammates are instantly reacting to that and starting to head over towards that B site. There was nobody there to kind of pounce on the remaining members on A once Schneider got taken out. But quick reaction coming out here from Property. Good adjustment. They're going to be able to get a bomb plant and should be able to keep 4 players alive here.
Yeah, Freeze playing a dangerous game, because if he hits someone here, they're going to fire back, and you kind of tell they already are. A little bit of damage onto Berg, a little bit more, in fact, so if you could get a kill in, that would be good, but it's not going to happen. Property doing a good job staying alive with 4 members, and we're going to be moving into the 4th round, and I'm interested to see what Copenhagen Wolves are going to do. If they're going to go sort of straight for the standard setup, or if they're going to go for something more aggressive, like straight away. That would be fun, I think.
Yeah, let's see exactly. I mean, safe and standard could also be solid, though. That's kind of like what you want to do with the pace of the game. Do you want to give control to Property? Because Property have had a pretty solid start. Do you want to continue to allow them to just get that confidence going? And look at the play coming out, actually. It's going to be a counter boost up into mid. Problem is, or not a counter boost, rather, a boost up into vents for Copenhagen Wolves. Problem is that nobody is there for Property. They're all gathered up towards A. This is going to be a straight A take, it looks like.
Yeah, they do have Freeze close by, so it might not be too bad here. Flash in, and look at MSL doing the damage. He's going to get taken down, unfortunately, from Berg coming in through the squeak door, so what was gained was also lost very quickly. Freeze up here, going to get backstabbed. That's Porf coming in. SMF goes down. This is a great start now for Property. Now they just need to get the bomb down and worry about the afterplant situation. And they have a lot of equipment, including a Molotov here in the back by Berg, and you can tell, yeah, he's gonna Molotov the high ground, so now one less chance for Copenhagen Wolves to try and do something. Great play here. Oh, but Sender exposing himself. Oh, what? Hunden walked into the fire. How on earth did it burn him? Samler, what just happened?
What? That looked like it was on upper right there. How the hell did he get burned?
How
the hell did he die? Did he jump into it or something?
No. It even like was a fair bit away from the ladder. I have no idea what just happened.
He was just like, yo, I heard about this great way to get a haircut. You know, it's actually with like a blowtorch. Hold on, let me try this. And then it all went horribly, horribly wrong. I don't even understand, man.
Flaming haircut. I don't know. That is so weird. I have no idea what just happened. Alright, well, in that case, Property are now in a very, very good position. MSL running through the smoke. Oh my god. Twist wasn't even wanting to play that game at all.
That was great. Twist is just like, yeah, point blank, don't even need to scope. Yeah, but look at SMF. SMF, he's like, okay, if you guys want to come out here. This is lethal. This is really dangerous here with the CZ. Oh, he doesn't get it. You would think that he would be able to pick up at least 1 frag there with the CZ. That close. But it's not meant to be. However, Freeze does manage to pick off Schneider. Not going to get a second one, but still, at least they get 1 kill out of that round, Copenhagen Wolves. It's like whatever they can get here, because right now Property are starting to run away with this half. 13 rounds on the board for them.
Yeah, what's really interesting to me is actually that it's Sender doing the majority of the work over at Property. I mean, I would have bet a fair bit that it was going to be Schneider, Twist, or Porf doing a lot of the work here, but credit to him for doing so well. And on the other team, it's Sicilian really stepping it up. Freeze needs to be a little bit more active with 6 kills currently. And Copenhagen Wolves, I mean, they're starting to get close to the edge right now. They really need to bring it back and make it like, you know, at least to 10 rounds here before they even think about losing another round. Because Property are getting close to the goal.
Oh yeah, if they win this round, then there isn't anything easy left for Copenhagen Wolves to do. It's all going to be just a hard fight, 4 spies, just nasty scenarios for them. So this is it. It is going to be another A take here from Property. They just brute force their way onto this site as well, and do manage to get the opening frag. SMF is gone. MSL, however, drops that bomb carrier, but Poff will take him out. And now the 2 members who were holding solid on the site are gone for Copenhagen Wolves. It comes down to a retake, 3v4.
Yeah, and this is really, really rough, though. They will get some good opening kills. Hunden and Sicilian, and Twist comes back with the 1. Berg also doing a little bit of damage in there. 2v2, bomb ticking. Good damage through, but he's not going to get the kill, and Twist is still alive over at A main, and the bomb is planted for him, I think, as well. So, Sicilian... No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, this is a problem. This is a real problem. Twist has to run. He's not going to make it in time.
Wow, there it is. I thought because he was playing so passively that they had planted on sort of the outside of the bomb site, and that's a really important point, though. This is what we call the default plant. You can actually plant sort of in the open out here. And if you manage to do that, then Twist would have definitely won the round. So the bomb plant position there, making the difference essentially between winning or losing.
Yeah, that's painful as well, because Twist was hitting some hard shots. First one through CT wasn't extremely difficult. I think that's what he picked off Sicilian, but the second one to catch the man who ran behind quad boxes, I mean, that was like just a pixel shot that Twist got off there. So, I mean, he was fighting tooth and nail to keep his team in that round. But because they do get that plant, and because of how well this first half, or the second half rather, has gone for them, Property, plenty of money to buy up again, and Twist, he's going to be laughing already. He's picked off MSL from mid.
Hunden, look at where he's playing right here. Trying to jump up on the box, and this is something that we actually saw a lot at the Katowice qualifiers as well. This kind of playing over the smoke, especially outside the B-bomb site. There was some interesting positions. I think it was actually Peter doing it a lot to Titan. Maniac kept on running into I think it was Waylander playing over here, and he just never realized what was going on. I think Maniac died like 4 or 5 times in one half to that particular smoke, and it was actually kind of painful to watch, but Titan were just really slow to start that game. They're going to be pushing into the A bomb site, and Freeze and SMF are the ones trying to develop some sort of crossfire here.
Well, let's see, Senda checking the angles. He sees that nobody's waiting around behind forklift. Now he's got a nade in his hand, however, and Freeze nearly has the opportunity. He will not land the shot, however, so this is now going to be Property. 4v4, and they're going for the take on the site. Man behind quad boxes, though. That's going to be SMF. He drops the bomb again. That's Senda. That seems like such a risky play. Poff steps in and brings back a double kill, though. Twist missing the shot, but only 8 seconds left here to get this bomb down. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. They're just not going to have the time. And now it's all about Sicilian just staying alive.
Yeah, he's going to be successful. That's so weird. Property fighting their way into the bomb site and winning it, but then just not having enough time, and Poff goes down after the timer as well. So, not exactly great, but Property, they're going to buy up anyway. Copenhagen Wolves, it feels like they're just barely staying alive in this game. It feels like at any moment, Property's just going to win outright.
Well, that's the second time now that Senda, the bomb carrier for Property, has gone to clear behind quad boxes. And that's the second time that he's died dropping the bomb back there. So it just feels really awkward to me that they are having the guy that you don't want to be vulnerable. You want him to be able to get onto that site and get that bomb down. You're having him clear out the site in that way and potentially dropping the bomb in awkward positions. That's going to cost your team time. Because if that bomb was dropped on the site, maybe Property do get a bomb plant in that scenario, instead of having to waste 3 seconds running back to pick it up and then coming back onto the site. So just awkward stuff here from Property, but they still managed to get a buy out of this. And now, again, MSL is the first man to die.
They get so many entry frags, and so many of them are Twist with the AWP like it is this round. So that really does make a big difference for the Property team, although Berg will go down. Freeze finally putting in a bit of work. Schneider AK from the Squeak Dog gonna drop Freeze, and that's gonna be obviously a big hit. Now they're walking in clean into the B bomb site. Hunden trying to get back in, but a little bit of too much of a wide angle there. That's really dangerous when you come back into a site. Ends up costing him his life. Schneider gonna walk in and takes down SMF. And now they're in a really bad spot. Look at the scoreboard here, Semler. They've got no money on the Copenhagen Wolves side.
Yeah, they never really managed to get the noose. Like the noose from around their necks. They just don't have the... They don't have a bank to fall back on. Hecelian staying alive is pretty much the most important thing here now for Copenhagen Wolves, so that they can have at least like a rifle and some nades to work with. Spots out Zenda though, so he's going to make this expensive for Property, but he should be dying here, and Poff is going to pick up that frag. So, Property, 14 rounds, they save the important gun, which is the AWP. And yeah, Copenhagen Wolves, forced by territory. Hecelian, he could go to a FAMAS Kevlar if he wanted to here. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. But,
yeah,
man, this is, you know, bootstraps, man. You don't have a whole lot going for you right here.
Yeah, I think it's the right move, essentially. You just gotta try and see if you can make this work, because fighting for overtime when you're this far back behind, I wouldn't say that's exactly a great idea. So, a lot of money on Property, and they're generally doing quite well at the moment. Quick trade going on over by Squeak for it. Oh, sorry, Freeze. Trying to see if he can get in here. Does pick up an AK and runs back into the waiting arms of Berg. He will go, or Sender will go down though. Hunden running and gunning with that 5-7. Almost gets another one. But things are now looking very tough. It's about to be match point here for Property as they're in a 3-on-1. And Hecelian coming up from behind. It's not a lot he could do.
Yeah, look at Twist. He's already seen it coming. Wow, reaction times. I mean, Twist is always just as impressive. And he's just as impressive as always. We'll put it that way, right?
Yeah.
Pops out for an AK, does a double take, and still gets the kill. And that was versus the man holding a rifle as well for Copenhagen.
Yeah, and again, remember, Fnatic are going to be playing Property in the game following this one. So that's the next game we're covering. And obviously, that means it's kind of great news that Property are playing as well as they are, because you have to be pretty strong when you're playing Fnatic. Yeah,
we want to see a battle. We really want to see a battle. And, you know, coming back to the point that we were talking about at the beginning of this round, of this map rather, you know, just that third up-and-coming Swedish team, they have the chance to go up against the best Swedish team. That's going to be sick.
Yeah, that is definitely it. It's a 4v3 there as SMF goes down, leaving Freeze over here, and Freeze doesn't win the fight. He had the angle for it and dropped Schneider down to 5 health, but not enough to be able to claim the round. And Copenhagen Wolves, this could be their last round. They're in a 2v4. They don't have a kit. They have no head armor on the Hecelian, and they're kind of in an awful spot, and they're just disconnecting.
Yeah.
Oh, no faith at all in their teammates.